Okay, I am starting the streaming. For those of you, if you're there right now, I really very much want to encourage you to go grab a something to write on because when when I play this video, you're gonna want to take notes. I've already taken notes 2 times with this. I'm gonna do it again. So, welcome to Power. A round of applause, round of applause. I'm on my pretend patio and Donna's in her pretend beach getaway. Uh, um, and I'll be really honest, I didn't come up with an opening. I just thought we would go around and share whatever it is that you would like to brag on yourself about and anything at all. And then I'm going to do like a couple of housekeeping and then jump into this training because it's so good. So who would like to go first? Tell me your name, how long you've had your business, and whatever you would like to quote about yourself about. Debbie, why don't you go first? Yay, thank you. And you guys are all muted.
On.
There we go.
All right, good. I'm Debbie. I've had my business for 22 months. Again, so this is my third time in Mary Kay. So anyway, this week I don't have too much to crow about other than I'm still plugging along.
Hey, I'm glad you're plugging along. That's fantastic. You're here. Yes. Sometimes that's just what we need to celebrate. Yes, for sure.
Yes.
All right. I know Kimberly's eating. Are you able to like chime in or no? Either way is fine.
Not yet.
Okay. How about you, Donna? Your turn.
I'm the amazing Donna Hardin. Yay! And I have had my business for 17 years. And I'm just amazed when you go on vacation, people call you and want product like the same day. And you're like, I'm sorry, I'm out of town. I'll get it to you as soon as I get back.
But isn't that great that you can be on vacation and making money?
Yes, and it's great when you have those reorders, and my people aren't to the point where they're like empty. They kind of wait till they get low and then they reorder. They're not completely out and desperate. You know what I mean?
Thank goodness.
Yes.
That's good. That's very good.
And Janelle has joined us, and I'm thinking she must be outside. It must be cold. You are muted, my dear. It's okay. It's okay. Well, there you are. So introduce yourself, my friend, and tell us anything you would like to brag on yourself about. Would you like to introduce yourself, Janelle?
I'm sorry, what?
Go ahead and introduce yourself and anything you'd like to brag on yourself about. Who are you? What's your name? What's your name?
Janelle Parker. Janelle Parker. In beautiful Oregon. And I don't know about bragging. I don't feel like I did much Mary Kay this week, except tax-wise.
Hey, well, that needs to be done. So good for you. She got her taxes in. All right.
I'm working on it. Almost done.
Good job. Good job. Well, I'm glad you're here. And Kimberly, it's your turn. And you're muted. There we go.
I know you see double my face. I'll change that in a minute. I'm on my phone. Kim 1, Kim 2. So hi, I'm Kim or Kimberly. I've had my business about 10 months or so. Today was a rough day. This last week was a rough week. I wasn't feeling well, but I was able to get about 5 new leads. And I had some special in-stock stuff that I have been trying to, work my way through and then get orders. And so I was able to actually sell about $68 worth this week. So,
Fantastic.
that's progress. That's progress.
It is. Congratulations. Yay. Okay, you guys. Next week on Tuesday, the 18th at 6 o'clock, we are going to meet at the Spaghetti Factory. The Spaghetti Factory. And anyone on my side of town, if you want to ride with me, we can all ride together. So just FYI. Okay. I'm sorry, Janelle.
When is that? This weekend?
On Tuesday instead of Monday. Monday's St. Patrick's Day. And so on Tuesday the 18th, 6 o'clock. Pescetti Factory. Janelle, I'll send a meatball to you. Okay, so without any further ado, I have Debbie, who graciously volunteered to do a product commercial. So I'm going to hand it over to you, my friend. Take it away.
Okay. Well, I have not tried these 2 products. It's been 2 weeks that I have started them. And I thought, I'm going to try these so I can sell the bundle. And that is the CNE and the ferulic and niacinamide solution. Okay, so let me tell you, I started using just the CNE. And because I read that it firms your skin, and I have 70-year-old skin, and it makes it more radiant, and it reduces fine lines. And everybody knows how wonderful vitamin C is for your skin. And it has vitamin E. And not only that, but there's a line here. So both of the vitamins are encapsulated. So they come out together fresh on your skin. And also there's markings. So you can see exactly how long you've used that product. So you can say, okay, I've used mine for 2 weeks and I'm already seeing results. I had on my cheeks, I had red blotches on my cheeks, and I had very tiny red broken capillaries. This stuff is starting to actually clear and lighten all those up on my cheeks to where sometimes I don't even have to wear my CC cream anymore. Very little. Okay, so then, which I haven't used, I just started using this probably 4 days, the niacinamide brightener. And I think I'm really loving this. This goes on first after you cleanse, and then you put it on, and then you use the serum, the CNE serum. But I think it's great. I love how my face, after I cleanse it, I just love the glow, where I feel like some days I don't even walk around with any CC cream on or makeup. And I look in the mirror and I go, oh my God, my face really is starting to look really good. So I swear by this now. So I'm going to tell everybody about this stuff. In fact, I have a customer who has dark spots, and the booster is really good for dark spots. And as we get older, we start getting those on our face. So I truly believe that these 2 will work for that, since they have started to lighten my red spots on my face. And you know how you get acne scars? I used to have them on my chin down here, and those are fading too. And I think the CNE will help with that really good. So I can't wait. Once I use this bottle all up, because the bottle goes for 6 weeks. So in 6 weeks, I really can't see. I can't wait to see how much of a difference that is. And one thing I didn't do, which I really wish I had, was take a picture. So if you try a new product, I would suggest taking a picture of your face, and then when you're done with the bottle, take another picture so you can have your own photo to show your customers of how that product worked on your skin. So
love it.
Good
I
idea.
love the way the C&E feels. It's so fabulous.
It is. It just doesn't it, and it feels like your skin is like just glowing after you put it on too. That's how I feel. So I just love it. It's good stuff for your skin. But and also on the C&E, I mean, if you read the results, the overall appearance, 92% of customers saw an improvement. For visibly firmer skin, 89%. More radiant skin, 87%, and reduced fine lines, 84%. Those are good percentages for that. I mean, that's really good percentages for them to notice a difference after the 4 weeks. That's 4 weeks. So can you imagine? I mean, if you're using it all the time, I just think our products are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So
I know I came in late,
there
but
you
can
go,
I ask a
ladies.
question?
Try it. You'll love it.
Please ask a question. That was going to be the next thing I was going to ask us. Who's got a question for Debbie?
Debbie, do you use Repair or TimeWise?
I do use the Repair.
Okay.
I love the Repair. I love the convenience of. I love the foam cleanser. Because you just use a tiny, tiny little bit because our products are so concentrated, and I barely use any, and it's like, oh, that's not enough. But now I'm learning that I hardly have to use any, and when you add water to it, it just really foams up immensely on your face. But I love the lifting serum. Those are probably my two favorite products are the lifting serum and the cleanser. But I do love the day cream too. I love it all, you guys. The eye cream, all that stuff. It's fantastic. Yeah.
That
I use the Repair. But I do use, I use the TimeWise 4-in-1 cleanser. I use that in my shower because I like the exfoliating when I'm in the shower. The little beads that are in the TimeWise cleanser. So I take that tube and I put it in the shower. That's what I like. So, but at night I use the Repair foaming cleanser. So
Anna has a question.
I have a question. So your application was you cleanse, then you put your serum on, then you put your C on?
No, you cleanse and then you would put your booster because when you put the boosters in your serums, you want to go by the serum. I mean, the booster is thinner than the serum. So you would put your booster on first. And then you would put the serum on.
Okay.
Okay. And then you would put your moisturizer on too. So after that.
And do you use it just at night?
No, twice a day.
Oh, twice
a day. Twice a day, morning and night. And also, if you use it morning and night, I have it written down here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, it lasts a month if you use it twice a day. Okay, that is the booster. And for the the other one, I have it written down here somewhere. I think, and you use that twice a day too. I think it's 6. Oh, it's 6 weeks. Yes, it's 6 weeks because it's on the bottle too on the side. And you know what's really funny is I was watching this line disappear right here, but tonight was the first night after I'm using this for 2 weeks now that I noticed that it has the week lines where it goes up to 6 weeks. So the bottle would last you 6 weeks. So, but you know what? I definitely would do a before and after because you guys, that would be an amazing picture for your customers, especially since we're selling those two as a bundle right now. So,
if you haven't used that C+E, I really encourage you to grab it and put it on your face. I've been using that pretty regularly now for a couple months. And when I did my party on Saturday, I was only wearing CC cream, and they were sure I had like makeup, like full coverage makeup and powder on. And that's the only thing I had changed was the C&E since the last time she saw me.
Yeah, and you know what? I totally believe you, because that's what I started doing. When I started using it, I was like, God, I can really tell the difference in my skin tone. It is totally changing. So it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And you know, the fact that the vitamins are fresh too. To me, that's amazing. It's like taking a capsule and breaking it open and putting it on your face. That's what it's like. So
Job, Debbie.
stuff. You know, huh?
It's a good job.
It just excites me. It excites me so much. I'm so glad I tried it. And what made me try it mostly was because I have a customer who has dark spots and sunspots, and I wanted to try it and see how it worked before I get her on it. So I've been trying to get her to use it. She lives in Arizona too, where it's really dry and hot. So I'm really trying to get her on it because I think she would totally benefit from it. Yeah. Anyway.
Very cool.
Any other questions for Debbie? Let's join me in giving her some applause, some love. Good job. You did great. I would ask for a commercial person next week, but we're going to be Tuesday the 18th, Spaghetti Factory. I don't know if you guys saw on the Believe page, Kristen Sharp showing the towel and washcloth. I got mine. This is the towel. Of course, you can't see. Can you see it?
No, it blocks it.
Keeps disappearing. Yeah, it keeps disappearing.
There's the washcloth.
We see the washcloth. That's cute.
And I am personally going to use these for my in-person appointments. Here's the towel. So they can use the towel for satin hands and the washcloth for everything else, right? And my hostess gets to use these. So I just had to share because I think this is one of the best, like most useful for our skincare classes, things that we've been offered so far. So, okay. So if you don't have a pen and paper, I really encourage you to grab a pen and paper. I know I'm always like, sit fast, and you guys probably always roll your eyes at me, but this training that I'm going to show you, it was actually made for, well, first of all, let me back up. Did you guys see the email where we're being reconfigured from Ruby to Emerald? So we are now going to be Emerald starting July 1. We're Emerald, okay, July 1. And the national I'm gonna play also is moving into Emerald, and I love her. Donna might remember her, and Alicia from West Coast Summit years ago. Holly Lowe, National Sales Director Holly Lowe. She's like a ball of fire. Okay. But here's what I want to like just preface. She's going to talk, some of what she's going to say is like aimed at directors. Just if she's talking about a Cadillac, insert red jacket, insert your sales, insert whatever you want to insert there. Don't turn your brain off because she's talking to a director at that point. Does that make sense to you? Just replace and try to get just go for the gist of what she's saying, because this is going to be the third or fourth time I've listened to it. Okay. So I really think it's exceptional. So let me put it on my share sound, share. That's what you want. Here it is. Okay. I'm starting at 18 minutes, so you guys can see the screen, yeah? Okay, I'm going to press play, and here you go.
First career conference and captured the dream of what Mary Kay had to offer. She went on to earn the use of her first career car and debuted as a sales director that very same year. As a sales director, Holly Lowe qualified for 5 career cars, 3 of them the pink Cadillac. I cannot say Holly without saying Holly Lowe, y'all. She's been a member of the Court of Personal Sales 3 times, made 6 appearances in the unit circles, including 4 times in the prestigious $500,000 Circle of Achievement, and she's a double-star achiever, debuting as a national sales director out of the Anita Conley area in May of 2010. She is a member of the NSD Millionaires Club with over $2 million she's earned in commissions. Holly is a 3-time Gold Circle achiever. She is motivated by women who have an audacious goal and are willing to rearrange their life for that goal, and says that her best asset is her ability to not overanalyze and willingness to roll up her sleeves and go to work. Holly learned early on that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Because of those lessons, Holly realized that she has everything she needs to be great already inside her. And with a little discipline and focus, she can accomplish anything. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Independent National Sales Director, Holly Lowe.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm so honored, happy, excited, thrilled with every fiber of my being that this worked for me to be on. My director meeting ends at 2:00 Eastern. And so I was like, yes, I can do it. I'm so excited. Okay. So I want y'all to follow me on Instagram. Okay. NSD Holly Lowe, Holly with an I, because here's why. I love to be connected to you and to be able to breathe life into your big dreams. And you're going to see as we unfold this today, just what I feel in my spirit, that I shared it with my directors today too, but I wanted to bring you a message, and you're going to see that who you surround yourself with really does matter. So here's where we're going to start, and y'all are going to have a lot of takeaways, but just if you hear something that speaks to your spirit, just put it in the chat in case somebody else missed it. But what you speak becomes your truth. Your truth becomes what you believe. Your belief decides your action becomes your results, and your results build your reality. Seminar 2025. Where will you take your place? For me, it's the last time that I get to leave a lasting imprint on the Diamond Seminar. I was a Pearl girl back in the day with Stacy, and then I got to be in Diamond, and then now I'm moving on to Emerald. And so where are you going to leave your imprint this seminar? The people who sit in the audience will never, ever be the same again. Ever, never, never. So God knew that today on March 1st, he knew exactly where you would be. Yet July 1st, he still called you to finish the thing. So what's the thing that you were called to back last seminar? Because for some of us, the further away it gets, or the closer the deadline gets, the further away we feel, and we're like, ah! And we feel like the deadline is closing in. I'm going to share a couple little thoughts with y'all before we dive in. The people you admire the most have walked through seasons that you never saw. And I want you to really feel that to your toes, because we can look and say, she has it easier. She has it better. It's not as hard for her. You see, Mary Kay always talked about the seeds of greatness inside of all of us. And so your belief, what you believe, plants 2 gardens every seminar year, but only one grows. Only one grows. The one that stands tall on June 30th is a culmination of harvesting, the toiling, the attention, the water, the time, the energy, and the passion that you have chosen to give it all year long. What are your 2 gardens that you can choose to spend your days tending to? The one on the left is the wimp. The one on the right is the warrior. The one on the left is where you stay chained. The one on the right is the version of you that's breaking free. There's the one on the left that is fearful, and the one on the right is full of faith and vision. I want you to know that your subconscious always wants to be right. Did you know that? So when you say to yourself, I don't want to book her because she'll probably cancel, and she does, your brain says, see, I told you so. You are so right. But positive beliefs work the same way too. What your eyes focus on, your mind believes as your truth, and your body takes action to prove that you're right. So let's hash it out. What your eyes focus on, Your mind believes is truth. Your body will take the necessary actions to prove you're right. Y'all, we walk into the Mary Kay opportunity with a set of belief systems, okay? And a lot of times those beliefs they're given to us by the people that we love the most, by our family, maybe by our spouse, by our grandparents that we grew up with. And y'all, they only did the best they could, but it's our choice how this one and only life we have actually plays out. So I want to share with you, because I need you to understand that both things that you believe, they are true. They are true. Okay? Because a lot of times people say things like, that's a lie. And you're like, actually, I really was abused as a little girl. That's a lie. Actually, it's not a lie. It really is true. But what I'm going to teach you today is that what you continuously focus your eyes and time and attention and energy on, that's what grows. So if you were abused as a little girl, are you going to be a victim or a victor? Because the choice of which place you stay then becomes your choice. So I'm going to share with you a few sets of belief that I had on the left, or maybe some of the beliefs that some of the girls I've led have had on the left garden. And you're going to draw a big rectangle on the left. I think I might be opposite of y'all, but just stay with me. A big rectangle on the left and a big rectangle on the right, okay? And then when we hang up, go back and really write some of the beliefs that exist in each garden. A couple of the chained up left beliefs. You believe you're a procrastinator. You believe you may need to shed a few pounds. You believe you're not recruiting like you used to. You believe people judge you because you quit your full-time job to do Mary Kay. You believe you look stupid sometimes. Maybe you believe shrinking makes other people not feel bad because you don't want to outshine other people. You believe you may not hit your seminar goal because you got so much left to do. You believe you're not good enough to really have the life you know you're called to. You believe you're dumb because your dad told you so when you were a little girl. Sometimes you think you're not pretty because your middle school boyfriend said you were ugly when y'all broke up, and sometimes you believe he's right. You believe that when someone says no because you asked, but if someone like Holly would have asked them, they would have totally said yes. And that's what you choose to believe. So you never feel good enough, or you never measure up. You believe someone like Holly must never get no's. You believe if you were more like this person, you'd be able to chase down your big seminar finish. Y'all, this is real life girl who compares, girl who feels less than, a girl who measures her worth by the scoreboard. This was me. This was me. All of that. This was me. That's what my old left garden looked like before I finished a pink Cadillac. What if I had chosen to water and cultivate and harvest and spend time forever for the rest of my career, hovering above the garden, walking that perimeter and continuing to water those beliefs? Would I be here today as your mentor? Say no. If I was still a Premier Club sales director, I'm pretty sure Stacy wouldn't have called me and said, hey, we want you to be the speaker. You see, this national suit, y'all, this girl, I was still this girl, called, equipped, anointed, and appointed when I wore a red jacket and when I was an independent beauty consultant and when I was that Premier Club girl. The garden on the right, that's who I was always destined to be. But you have the free choice and awareness and attention and where you invest your time and energy on which place you're going to stay. Understand that your garden of lack, guilt, shame, not good enough has the same sunshine and the same rain as your garden of abundance. Meaning, have you ever been stuck in your business and you're like, nobody's recruiting, nobody wants to do this, my girls aren't working, but then your girlfriend's like, hey, I'm having my best year ever? It's because you're in the left garden, she's in the right garden, the same sun and the same rain and the same Mary Kay opportunity is available to both of you. It's just where you're choosing to focus your eyeballs. Are you with me? But there's another set of beliefs that you also have that are in your other garden. Let's talk about the I believe statements. This garden is all about empowering, creating, abiding, being in alignment. This garden controls your destiny to your magnificent God-given dream life destiny. I believe when I sit in front of a woman at a party or a facial, she has a great time and actually does feel better about herself. I believe my income increases when I hold more appointments. Do y'all believe that? I do. I believe when I make booking calls, people like book appointments. I believe when I do more than enough bookings, I hold more than enough appointments, and I get more than enough results, and I have more than enough money in my bank account when I choose to do that. I believe this business pays me like a business when I treat it like a business. I believe my Gallup strengths say I'm an achiever, competition maximizer, significance, activator, positivity. I believe that's who I really am. I believe I honestly do know exactly what to do. I believe my team, I can take them from good to great. I believe I'm a great leader and I have my girl's best interest at heart. So do y'all see the truth in both gardens? Do you really see that? Because when you are leaders as directors, you are going to have to flesh this out, is how I word it, with your unit members. The reason they're stuck is because they're over here and they won't let themselves do it. They can't take action because their belief is messed up. So they're not getting on the phone because their action isn't in alignment with the right truth. So if you see girls in a hover pattern, they keep saying they want to be a director, but they won't let themselves, you don't need to be mad at them or frustrated, because this takes a little bit of work to figure out. So friends, both statements we believe are actually true, but you have to feed the side of your brain that believes you'll do it. That's the truth. Beliefs are what is planted in your garden. Remember, Mary Kay Ash said we all have seeds of greatness. We all have seeds of greatness. So beliefs are what you plant in your garden. What your thoughts keep, those thoughts that you keep on repeat, that's the water. And your actions are the only thing that pulls out the weeds. That's it. So if I'm living in this garden and I just work on my head and I got my affirmation memorized and I'm walking around all day and I'm like, whoa, I got the music playing and the song playing, the weeds are all growing, so are the plants. But if I don't take action, it never pulls the weeds out and the weeds will still smother the dream. You have to take action. It's two parts. Which grows faster, weeds or the fruit? The weeds. So you are not going to see evidence of this. You're going to put all the trash, all the limiting beliefs, all the stuff in a book bag on your back while you're walking from this garden to this one. And you take it with you while you take action, so that you're continuously pulling the weeds, pulling the weeds, pulling the weeds, pulling the weeds with your action. That keeps you moving in the right direction and keeps you marching around the right set of beliefs. So let's have this conversation. Your left garden are the things that are aggravating you. Anyone still posting on the Facebook groups that the bronzer's discontinued now? They're cutting that out. Anybody still frustrated that InTouch doesn't work again? Yeah, every time you log in, this happens. And you're still talking about it. And you're still posting in that Facebook group how aggravated you are. And we're $1 billion company. And why in the world do our systems not working? La, 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 la. I had my directors do this last month. I said, write down all this stuff that's aggravating you. Not like recruiting's down, but just like the stuff, right? On InTouch or whatever that's frustrating you. Guess what? Make your list. All that list is in this garden. Because guess what's on the right side? On the other side, you guys, is a list of what's available to you in our company. Do you know that you can earn the use of a career car? Like, you can literally earn a car with Mary Kay. I don't know if this is legal for me to say, but my son and I last year added up all of the payments that Mary Kay made on my behalf for my car payments. Like if I was driving an Escalade, if they gave me $1,400 cash or the car, right? We added all of that up. I've been driving a car that I earned with Mary Kay since 2002. We added it up. Taxes, tags, title, insurance, $700,000. That's in this garden. Am I going to gripe about In Touch? It's none of my business. I can't fix it. So when I keep speaking it and saying it, all it does is keep me over here and keeps my eyes off the $700,000 available to me from a company who doesn't have to give me the option to earn a career card. Guess what? You have the privilege of picking up big, fat, juicy diamonds that if you don't want, people in your family would love the opportunity to put those diamonds in their jewelry boxes. Guess what? You get bonuses over here just for doing your job. You can take your man on a trip of a lifetime anywhere around the world. But guess what? I'm going to focus my time and energy over here. Why? Why do I keep listening to those people who are whining in a weeding, whining, guilt, shame season when my truth of what's available to Holly over here, why do I give that my time and energy? Y'all, do you know that if we just, as directors, if we did nothing but sell product and we never got a commission check again, do you know that if you held 3 to 5 personal parties a week, you would sell $1,500 to $2,500 a month and find 20 customers who buy all their products from you? $2,000 a year. That's what women spend on what we sell if they buy everything from us. $1,900 a year. That's what the average woman about 10 years ago spent on body care, makeup, glamour girl, all the things. Y'all, I would have $20,000 profit from reorders and $36,000 profit. It's almost $60,000 that I can pay my family if I never got another director check again. That doubles my teacher salary. I'm going to stay in this garden? I'm not over here. So when we want to stop and comment on the posts on Facebook, that puts us in a whining, weedy season. Girls, you're watering the whining, weeding, guilt, shame garden every time we say it and comment and like the post about the whining. Every comment that we speak out loud or in our mind grows one garden, the left or the right. Complaining, criticizing, talking about other directors, guess what? It waters the wrong garden. Pam Shaw used to say, if you're still whining about booking, your booking's canceled, you're taking away your Cadillac. If you're still whining about this director and you're talking about her, that's taking away your Cadillac. That's what I mean. You're living over here. So you guys, I know some things frustrate us. We can acknowledge it, check it off, and walk away back to our place of being empowered and focusing in the right places. Here's the last thing I'm going to say to you. Stop talking about it. If In Touch is frustrating you, do you understand that we have to speak what we seek until we see what we said. Speak what you seek until you see what you said. That's from 100 Days of Believing Bigger. Guess what? When we keep saying it's terrible, guess what's happening? All the cooties that float around that do all that stuff, it's going to stay frustrating. We keep getting more of it. When we say it, my area is saying every day in every way, In Touch is getting better and better. Every day in every way, In Touch is better and better. Y'all, stop obsessing and speaking what you do not want more of. There's a version of you who is worried. There's a version of you who stays in that place and listens because that's the habit. There's a version of us that's in a habit of missing the goal. There's a version of us that it's easier to not say it and to not try because that protects our heart. And so we stay here and we never throw our heart over the line because staying over here feels comfortable. And over here, we know we're right. I'd always knew I was never good enough. That's what this is. If I try really hard and give it all I have, I might not measure up. So if I stay over here, no one will really know who I really am. That is all choosing to live in the place of lack and chained and frustrated and never stepping into the truest version of who you really are. Because y'all, this girl over here in the right garden, she knows exactly where she's headed. She knows she was made for more. She isn't worried. She's living in faith. And this place is really living who you are. This is the easier garden to live in. But we convince ourselves that this feels safer and this feels easier. But being who you were always meant to be, this is super fun and super easy. This is living in your success formula. This is living in your anointing. This is living in alignment. Remember at leadership a couple years ago, I said, we're not exhausted from doing too much. We're exhausted from doing too little of what sets our hearts on fire. That's because we're over here toiling and staying frustrated. Strengthen your relationship with this version of you. Serve her. Speak to the warrior. Speak to the finisher. Speak to the healed version of you. If you did know what to do, what would you do? If you did trust yourself, what would you do? If you did walk it out like it was going to really happen this year at the Diamond Seminar, what would you do? Because you guys, the one who plays small, the one who never shrinks, the one who knows she was born to make a difference, she's the one who was born to chase down her God-given dream life destiny. And that she is you. It's you. That's who you were. Mary Kay said you have seeds of greatness. So if you've stayed in a holding pattern for years with the same goal, why is that? Because you only go as far as you believe you deserve to go. This is why your people stay stuck. This is why the pink Cadillac has eluded some of us for a little bit. This is why if your goal is national, you've stayed at a lead executive or executive and you just keep doing that. That's over here because that is not in your alignment and destiny of what you're called to, and you know it. And so we play small and stay safe. So how do I increase my belief, which is increasing your worth and self-esteem, you guys? It's related to your garden. Deserve and worth comes from two things. The first one is what you speak on repeat inside your head and out of your mouth and the quiet of your heart. The second thing it comes from is what you do when no one is watching. So even if you're saying all the things right, but you're not doing, you will say to yourself, see, you're not doing enough to earn a Cadillac anyway, so you deserve to not have that car. See, you never did enough activity. So the two places where you will increase your deserve level and your worth, what you speak on repeat, inside, outside, and in your heart, and what you do when no one's watching. I'm going to say this again. What your eyes focus on, your mind believes as truth, your body will take action to prove you right. Meaning, if you really believe that you were never meant to be a pink Cadillac director or you're not worthy of it, you will never do enough work to go get the dang car. That's the truth. Are you watering, weeding, spending time in the dream garden, growing your dream life destiny that will cross your seminar finish? Y'all, you got to manage the frustration gap. You have to raise your reality or you have to lower the goal. The gap is how far you have from where you are to what you want. That's how frustrated you are. If you have 400,000 to go to finish the goal and you feel like your unit is small and you don't have enough people, it feels like a lot. But what you have to do is you break it down until the number is small enough that you believe it's possible. What that means is when my director, Nikki, looked at her number to finish her Cadillac last September, she had 45 days and she needed 45 new agreements. So she literally had 6 weeks to find 45 people. When I said that to her, she's like, she's like, just throw the pen in the air because it feels too far. And the frustration gap opened really wide. And I said, okay, but how many days do we have? And she said, We have 45. And I said, so that's one a day. She's like, "Ooh, that feels like a lot. That feels like a lot. That feels like a lot." I said, okay, so how many shares would you have to do? And she said, I'd only have to do 5. I can do 5 shares a day. So do you see how I just took the thing, the big thing? I didn't talk production with her. She was so overwhelmed with production. Her highest month had been 14,000 or 15,000 maybe. I need to go look at that and really see. We got down to 24 hours and she still had 20,000 wholesale to go when she woke up. That was more than she had ever done in 1 month. But she had done those 5 interviews a day. So her faith never wavered. Why? Her belief was so high that God would bring this together for her. Why? Because there was not one weed in her garden. She had done the work and done the work and done the work and done the work and done the work. And we sat down and I said, all right, map it all out. And I still have the map. Y'all, there were this many Basquillion orders still to come. And every piece of 20,000 was mapped. That is what increasing your belief looks like, closing the frustration gap. Okay, now I want to say this to y'all too. Your triggers, you have triggers. You can be over here living your best life. Woo, I'm so excited. And then something will trigger you. And then you go sit over here with your head between your legs, like, right? That happens because that's real life, because this trauma sometimes reminds us like, hey, but be aware of it and get out. Be aware and get out. You don't have to, it's not some big thing. It's just being aware and walking away. I remember walking away from conversations when I was earning my Cadillac when directors would talk about people. I'd be like, oh no, bye, see you later. I don't do that. I can't do that. Y'all are taking my Cadillac away when you do that. You're grabbing my ankles by your negative roots and pulling me into your garden. I don't live over here anymore. Okay, here are your practical tips. And these aren't very long because I know we got to hop off in a second. You got to cut the noise. Number 1, cut the noise. Get out of the Facebook group. Unfollow the people who are living in this garden. Get away from the people who you need to cut ties with. One of my directors, y'all, she broke off the relationship with her mother because her mother was an addict growing up. She got all clean and got better. And this director felt in her spirit, she's like, I think she's using again. And we talked it through, and she needed to not have that relationship because it was her trigger and kept her in this garden. Number 2, you've got to move your body. Y'all, our bodies are not made to process and digest the amount of information that comes at us in a day. When we move our bodies, it lowers our cortisol, which is our stress hormone, which then releases happy serotonin, happy endorphins, and it keeps us grounded. So if you want to be nice and you want to live in this garden, you have to move your body. Do 10 minutes of yoga. I do Sarah Beth yoga. I mean, it's super easy. Find somebody that you can follow. Do it for 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be this whole thing. Music, number 3, name your breakthrough season. Find a new song that you can play while you literally mentally every day go and speak this truth and play your song. Songs create emotion. Emotion will get us moving. Number 4, savers. This was from the Miracle Morning. SAVERS, silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, read, and scribe. That was incredible for me to get my orders from headquarters first thing in the morning, get my mind right, and make sure I stay in this garden. Number 5 is silence. Y'all, you have got to turn your phone off for a few minutes a day. I prefer 1 hour of champion time every day to have 0 interruptions and 0 noise. Sometimes I'm super ADHD, so I have to turn on a sleep fan. Otherwise, I hear a squirrel or a bird or a dog or a bee and I'm like, what? Right? And I get distracted, but I turn on a numb sound and I can just focus for an hour of uninterrupted time. Number 6, what you speak aloud or in the quiet of your mind is multiplied in your day. So back to the comment I made a while ago, speak what you seek until you see what you said. Number 7, one of the greatest lessons I can give you in leadership is pause before you respond. As a business owner, you have 24 hours. stop responding right away. If you see a message and you kind of, I have anxiety thinking about that. I felt my neck get hot because I get messages and you're like, wow, okay, that is really what was just said. Okay. And we just, so we can check it off. Sometimes just don't respond. Give yourself the gift of really having a thought about it and just pause before you respond. And there's a million scenarios I can give you, but I'll just say that. Number 8, girl, you need some sleep. When you are sleep deprived, your cortisol is up, your aggravation is up, your exhaustion is up, your performance is down. You have got to sleep. If you can't sleep, you got to figure that out. Find a way, find a person, find a doctor, find something to help you get the rest that your brain and body need. I'm dead serious about that. Number 9, check your supplements. Most people are low in magnesium, D3, iron, zinc. Those are just to name a few, but figure that out. You've got to nourish your body, y'all. This is not just about perform. You cannot work from sheer exhaustion with no, without making sure you're doing this stuff. Number 10, clarity on the non-negotiable win. There's 4 pieces and I'm wrapping it up. Number 1, my girls draw stick figures of their seminar win every day. It's elementary, it's tiny, it's little stick figures on the seminar stage. They'll put a little red jacket on it or whatever. Mine are ugly. I draw 60 red jacket stick figures. I draw 12 director stick figures. I draw 5 Cadillac stick figures. Okay, that's my seminar finish. I put the goal, list it out. Number 2, find your equal sign. What happens when you finish the thing? What's the real thing that happens? Is it alignment? Is it you can financially finally pay for this? Is it you can prove to that person that you really are smart and you made the right decision? What is really finishing your thing equal beyond just the tangible diamond or the trip or the Cadillac or the thing? Number 3, your 4 walls, your home, your 4 walls are the people assigned to you first. They are impacted the most when you do the thing and you cross the line. But the opposite is also true. They are affected the most if you never do it. And number 4, my most famous quote from T.D. Jakes is, what is your hesitation costing you? I want to see you guys step in to your greatest, most victorious diamond finish ever. But you are going to make a decision with every word you say and every action you take, which world you are watering. So do the work, take the time, flesh it out, and find a way to stand in your most beautiful and most amazing self. Stacy?
Okay, so what did you think? What's your please unmute. I would love to hear from at least a couple of you. Anything?
I think I remember her from something we went to. I
West
remember
Coast
her.
Summit. Yep.
Yeah, West Coast Summit. Maybe that's what it was. Yes. Yes. I do remember her because you kind of connect with her, don't you? You
Yeah.
feel a connection with her.
Mhm.
You know, like you can get something from her, like you're learning something. Everything she said makes sense.
I love how she, I wish she would have said it at the beginning, but at the end where she's saying it's not just about perform. It's about who we be all together, because we're wives and sisters and moms and all the things, and that the people in your 4 walls are the most important thing, and it's all about them. Whatever it is that you choose to do in your life, you don't have to even just put this all to Mary Kay. It can be just how, apply her teaching to life. Kim, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, no, I thought she was fabulous. Very very inspiring. I took 2 pages of notes. But I like that she said, your home, your 4 walls are the most important, but they're also the most affected, right, by your mind and your spirit and the action you take or the action you don't take. And I don't know, I thought that was a great way to, it's a great motivational piece, really. It's a great way to step outside yourself and really reflect on what you do in all things, not just in your business, but I think about my job. Lots of things popped into my head with my job, things we do at home, growing myself, right? So I thought that was super important. She mentioned something in the list of 10 things. It's called SAVERS, and then she spouted off the acronym super fast, so I didn't catch it.
Would anybody like to share that with her?
You can Google SAVERS. It's Hal Elrod, the Miracle Morning.
Okay.
But it's something. Yeah, you got to Google it. It's
Miracle Morning. That's what I thought she said.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay.
Silence, affirmations, What's V?
Visualization.
Visualization.
Okay.
Thank you. E is exercise.
Reading.
Reading.
And scribing.
And scribing. Okay.
So I don't know if you guys have heard or seen the meme that says something along the lines of, it ran in the family until it ran into me. Like, this is one of the things that she's talking about, is the mindset.
Okay.
Our mindset comes from like the last 7 generations is what created our mindset. And what we do is going to affect the next 7 generations.
100%. 100%. And, so talking about the 2 gardens, like I haven't been seeing it as gardens. I've been seeing it as above the line and below the line. So am I living in the right garden or the left garden? Or, and she said at the very beginning about catching yourself and walking away. So we're not going to be perfect. So you might have a limiting belief that puts you in the left garden. But then when you realize, oh, wait, I'm in the left garden or I'm below the line, it's having the awareness and then shutting it off, walking away. Like she said, just even physically walking away, go into another room, whatever you need to do. Yeah. So you guys like that? Was it good?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you guys want to share? Alicia has the closing, so. Okay, Alicia, take it away.
I found a closing that fits with what we're talking about. You plant seeds every single day in the world and in others. With every thought you think and word you speak and action you take, you have influence. You're making a dent in the universe and you matter in a very special way.
Love it. Love it.
Very good.
Hold on. 1 second. In one of the books I'm reading, which is The Breakthrough Code, talks about what Alicia just said in a different way. I just have to piggyback on it. Sorry. But I spent time in this earlier. I'm like, ooh, I love it when the day gives repeat messages. You guys ever feel that? When you get repeat messages. So he says, you probably heard of the butterfly effect, where the flapping of a butterfly's wings is theorized to cause waves of energy that can result in a cyclone half a world away. It's the same for our thoughts and our emotions. If we realize we're connected and know how to tap into the network, it's like what Mary Kay said, you change the heart of the woman and you are going to affect generations to come. Makes sense, the butterfly effect. So thank you for saying that, Alicia. I love it. So I hope that this it leaves you uplifted. And pray for me and my cane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Pray for you and your what?
Yeah, I I hurt my knee really bad,
Oh,
like really bad.
Mm.
So I'm using my mom's cane until I can get to the doctor.
Oh
So
my goodness.
yeah, I'm super excited. Anyway,
Mm.
all
And
I
then
could do was laugh.
And next Tuesday, you said is Spaghetti Factory. What time are we meeting?
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
6
Spaghetti
o'clock,
Factory
okay.
instead of Monday. So
Yeah.
and we're all gonna send Janelle a meatball.
Okay. I will try to get there as close to
gonna
6
be
as possible. My son has
messy.
a chiropractor appointment, so
Even if
Yeah.
you're late, totally fine.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool.
All right, guys.